What is up, you guys? Brooke here. I've got some fun news to tell you all. And also with that news, I've got a fun tag to do for you guys today. So much good fun stuff going on in this video here, and let's go ahead and start talking about the fun stuff happening. You may already know who Natalia, Leigh, and Mandi Lynn are. They're amazing AuthorTubers and my friends who I do AuthorTube write-in with. The tag that we are doing is a pretty simple to understand sort of tag. It is called the love-hate writing tag. We are calling out 3 things we love about writing and 3 things that we just kind of hate a little bit about writing. I have loads of love-hate relationships out there. Like, I love ice cream, but I hate what it does to my thighs. Even though sometimes I'm bitter with writing, I still love it oh so dearly, but it is kind of fun to talk about the things you love about writing and the things you hate about it. So that's what we're talking about here today. But first, let's go over some of those announcements I was telling you all about. Mandi, Natalia, and I wanted to do this tag not just to promoting more fun tags for the AuthorTube community to do, but also to promote our AuthorTube write-ins. And this month, we are going to do AuthorTube write-in on my channel, which is going to be held on October 29th, which is a Monday, and that will be a couple days before Halloween. And since it is a couple days before Halloween, we are dressing up for this write-in. Not just me, Natalia, and Mandi are dressing up here for this too. Anyone is welcome to dress up for this shindig, and oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna be dressing up for Halloween, doing some costumes, and hopefully it will be comfortable costumes because we are still going to be writing for this time that we're dressing up for. So we want to be comfortable at the keyboard. And if you want to participate by dressing up, you can feel free to take pictures of whatever you're wearing for your costume and post it on social media, whether that be Instagram or Twitter or whatever, post it wherever, but use the hashtag AuthorTubeWriteIn so that way we may go ahead and share y'all's costumes for the night. Everyone's going to be dressing up for this wonderful evening of writing, which once again is October 29th, and that will be on my channel. We are doing the write-in at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. So that's October 29th. And the next AuthorTube write-in will be November 1st, which is the same week. We're doing 2 write-ins the same week. Oh my gosh, Lord, give us strength. November 1st, the first day of NaNoWrimo, and we are going to be conquering those word goals for the first day it all kicks off on. Because we are going all in for trying to get as many words done for that first day for NaNoWrimo as much as we can. The second AuthorTube write-in day is November 11th, which is Mandi's channel, which is at 11 o'clock a.m. That said that weird. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on Mandi Lynn's channel. And that is a Sunday, so that way other people who are international can be joining in on this write-in here. Be sure you subscribe to Mandi's channel and also to Natalia Leigh's channel. I forgot to mention her earlier. Subscribe to both of their channels so that way you are staying notified. And the third AuthorTube write-in is going to be on November 30th, which is the last day of NaNoWrimo, y'all. So if you for some reason are falling behind, don't worry, because we are there for you, because we'll probably be falling behind too. And that is at 6 o'clock on my channel, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. I really think that last day of doing our live stream will be so helpful for lots of people, including myself, because I think I'm gonna really need that writing. So that's it. Those are all the days and times that you need to be aware of for all of our write-ins. I think it's going to help so many people out with their book and trying to hit those 50,000 words. I know that I'll definitely need the help as much as I can. So I'm excited for all of the live streams and for just NaNoWrimo in general. Who else is excited for it? Let me know down below if you plan to attend any of those write-ins or if you are just straight up freaking excited like I am to be writing your book in November. Okay, so that is enough of all of the announcements for this evening. Let's dive into the tag now, which once again is talking about the 3 things you love about writing and the 3 things, oh, you despise about writing. One thing I love about writing, and I think I've said this a couple times before in videos, is that I love creating something out of completely nothing. As I sit down to write at my desk, I have a keyboard waiting in front of me and a screen filled with a blank page. And you can literally turn an empty page into a work of beauty. Or at least that's how I like to picture my masterpiece of a novel. I say masterpiece in kind of like a kidding way because it's nowhere a masterpiece right now. But over time, you do make a masterpiece out of it. You make it a creation of your own, and it's something that you had done and no one else had done. You had made that, and it was pretty much your book baby. It's so great to see what your novel turns into, and I love just seeing its creation and its growth over time. First thing I'm going to go over with talking about a hate of mine for writing is writing the first draft. It takes way too long, and I'd rather be molding it into something rather than like still piling on that dough. Not dough. I'm not a baker. I'm an artist. What do you need? Play-Doh, not Play-Doh. Oh, clay! That's what I'm trying to go for here. I don't want to be packing on the clay. I want to be molding the clay into the art that I know it will eventually turn out to be. I like to edit. I like to make my book pretty, and it takes forever to get that going. And so I just can't wait for this first draft to be done. I have to really remind myself, I can write. I know I can write. It doesn't look like it now, but I know I can do it. The second thing I love about writing is character development. I love creating a really solid arc for a character. I love seeing how they are in the beginning to where they are at the very end of the novel and seeing how much they grew over time, or to see how much they just severely just like crashed and burned by the end of a novel. And coming up with character traits that are really fun, coming up with character backstories, anything that is building really good character developmental stuff is just like so juicy to be writing for. I love coming up with really rich backgrounds of a character. Why am I acting like I'm Italian with my hands right now? I am very weird. That wasn't Italian. Second thing that I hate about writing is that I sometimes don't like writing. Why is it that writers who love to write also hate to write? It's so contradictive of like, what do you want? Do you want to write or no? Most of the time I do, but most of the time I don't too. All day at work, I will be like, I cannot wait to get home and to finally write. I cannot freaking wait. And then I get home and I'm lazy like a beanbag chair where I'm just plopped and I'm not wanting to do nothing. Is anyone like me where you love writing but then you also kind of hate it sometimes too? And it's just because you just don't feel like you want to do it? It just is so annoying. Please let me know down below so I know I'm not the only loon out there. The third thing I love about writing is the fact that you can create your own world to live in. Well, maybe you can't live in it, but your characters can live in it, and you can live through your characters. You can have them live in the mountains. You can have them live by a beach. You can have them live back in time. You can have them live in space. It's just so cool to have so many options, right? And then not just where your setting is at, that is cool. It's also cool to have your world be built upon, to have laws and rules and regulations that are created for those worlds, because then it makes the world feel a whole lot more solid and tangible. I had mentioned back in my fall writing tag that I thought if anyone wanted to know how to do good world building would be to watch Gilmore Girls, and that's because the town that they live in is just such a cool place that feels so unbelievably real. Even if you were writing sci-fi, I still feel like you could take tips from Gilmore Girls. Anyone could take Gilmore Girl tips, so do it. But really, world building is so much fun to do, especially whenever someone is reading about your world that you've created and they're just dying to go to it themselves. And the third thing that I hate about writing is that I am impatient with it. Oh goodness, I'm impatient with it. It takes so long. I just want my book to be finished already. I want that to be done, which is only my fault because it's me who doesn't want to put in that dedication in that like severe downtime to write, so it's only my fault, but really it still ticks me off of like how long it takes to write. And not even just a draft or 2 drafts or 3 drafts. The whole thing in general, to write the dang book, to edit the book, to do more rewrites and to do more edits, and then to beta read, and then after beta reading then you have to hire an editor, or you may not hire an editor, you might go straight into trying to query agents. Whatever your path is, I just feel like it takes so dang long, and it's such a bummer that it takes so long. For my first book I ever wrote, it took me like 2 years to like finally get that self-published and stuff, and I don't want my book to be taking me a long time, even though it already has taken me a long time. But yeah, it takes too long. I wish we could just kind of like somehow force it to be done, even though if we forced it to be done, it wouldn't be the best quality of work that we'd be putting out there. So I guess time is what it needs to be looking beautiful. So there you go. Those are 3 things I love about writing and 3 things I just don't really care for about writing. But overall, at the end of the day, you love writing no matter what happens. You love what you do, and that is why you do it. I'm so happy I did that tag with Mandi and Natalia, so be sure to go watch their versions of the videos over on their channel so that we can see what they love and what they hate about writing themselves. So now I'm gonna tag people to do this tag next. Who shall I tag? Who shall I tag? I am tagging Brittany Wang, Jessi Elliott, and Alexandra Roselyn to do this tag next. So come on ladies, come on and tell us your 3 things you love and hate about writing. And of course, anyone else is welcome to do this tag as well. You all have been tagged by me, yours truly. Was there anything that I loved about writing or hated about writing that you just totally related to? Please let me know down below. If you like this video, feel free to give me a big thumbs up down below as well, and also feel free to subscribe. And y'all should totally follow me on social media so that we can keep up with all of my NaNoWrimo randomness going on next month. I am on Twitter and Instagram at _Brooke Passmore. I'm always available to chit chat if you all are wanting to chit chat. And thank you all so much for stopping by today, and I will see you next time.